Hi, everybody. Welcome to our very first ever lunchtime cooking class. And this one's extra special because it's healthy lunch. Lunch is the perfect meal to make really, really healthy or to make really, really not healthy by just eating junk food. A lot of people just snack their way through lunchtime. And so this is going to be a really healthy meal and it'll totally fill you up. It won't feel like it when we're making it. It'll just be like, this is just veggies, but it'll fill you up, I promise. It's a good, good, good lunch. So what we are making today is a veggie collard wrap that's going to be stuffed with hummus and quinoa. And I'm going to tell you all about those ingredients while we do it. And it's going to be delicious. So just some quick little reminders. We have friends in different situations out there watching this with us. Some people, I just got a delivery. Some people are 100% on their own, and then some people have a lot of support. And so I treat this like I would treat us as we were a group in person, and we make sure that everybody is caught up and done with the steps before we move on. We don't want anybody to feel left out or to feel rushed and then make unsafe choices, things like that. So we are a group, we are a family, no man gets left behind. And then the other really important thing I want to remind everybody is safety, safety, safety. I can't see what you guys are doing in there. So I have to hope and trust that I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks on how to be safe and what we need to do and that you're going to follow them and keep yourself safe, safe, safe in the kitchen, okay? So that being said, first thing we have to do is wash our hands. So let's wash our hands. 20 seconds, warm water, no cold water, and soap. And we still need a theme song. Who's going to write us a theme song? 20 seconds. Woo. Warm water, soap, soap. Don't forget the backs of your hands and your thumbs. Get it all. All right. Very good. So we don't have a ton of actual cooking we're going to do, but we are going to cook up some quinoa, which is the filler for our wraps, well, one of the fillers. And it takes about 20 minutes, which is perfect, so we can get everything else ready. So, quinoa, quinoa. It's like rice, but better, and I'll tell you all about it, but let's get it going. So what we're going to do is we need a cup of quinoa, 1 cup of quinoa, and you're going to put it in a pot with a lid. You're going to need the lid. Make sure you have a pot with a lid. So 1 cup of quinoa. Fill it up all the way, friends. 1 cup. And normally, I would tell you to use a liquid measuring cup. But when I do my quinoa, I always use the same cup because then I rinse it and put it back in the drawer. So we want 2 cups of water. So I'm just going to bring my pot with me, use my same cup, rinse it out. 1 cup of water, 2 cups of water. That's it. I'm going to put this on the stove, and we need to bring it to a boil. So I'm going to, let me put my measuring cup away. I'm going to put mine on 7 or 8, like medium high. So medium high, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And I'm also going to grab a fork because I want to separate it a little bit. And then this is also what you're going to use when it's done. So just grab a little fork, and I just want to break up. It's kind of a little chunky in there. I'm just going to break it up a little bit. And swish it around good so you don't get a bunch of quinoa stuck to your fork. And then you're just going to set it aside. So 1 cup quinoa, 2 cups water, medium-high heat. Now let me tell you about quinoa and why we love quinoa. So a lot of people worry when they switch the way they eat and they try to cut out some meat and try to eat really healthy. They worry about their protein. Everybody thinks we need protein, and we do. We need protein. But quinoa is, a lot of people think it's a grain, because it is. It comes from a plant. but it's also a perfect protein. It has everything that you need that you would get from an animal product in your quinoa. So it is so good for you. It's so good. And I make this all the time instead of rice. So you can put veggies in it, like for like a stir fry or like, you know, a rice bowl or whatever. I put it on my salads, put some teriyaki sauce with some chicken or whatever. Oh, so good. So anytime I need rice, I make quinoa. That's my quinoa commercial. All right. Stick that up here. So what's going to happen with our quinoa now is we want it to come to a boil, and then we're going to put the lid on and turn it down, and it's just going to sit. So actually, I think I'm going to move it to my back burner. No, it's fine. You're fine. So yeah, it should boil in the next couple minutes. So if your quinoa starts to boil before mine, turn it all the way down to low, simmer all the way down to 1, whatever your bottom dial is, and put your lid on, okay? And you're gonna want to set a timer. I don't know why, but I like 18 minutes. That's what I always do, 18 minutes. So, and I'll tell you that again when mine gets there, but in case yours beats me, we're just gonna keep a little eye on it. So, we're gonna prep the rest of our ingredients. And with this recipe, really, you guys, this is so easy. It's so easy. And if you have, like in the future, if you have leftovers today, the quinoa, you just stick in the fridge. And then if you make another one, I just keep it in my fridge, like in a container. And then I just sprinkle it in my food when I need it. So like on Sundays or Mondays, I just make a pot of quinoa and it sits in the fridge. I actually have some in my fridge already. But we're going to prep the rest of this stuff just in case, so that when it's done, it's done. So, ingredients. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The ingredients were kind of, I mean, it's kind of your choice, but what I recommended you have was a tomato and a cucumber, which mine are in the same bag. Tomato and a cucumber. And I do have my garbage bowl. For those of you that haven't cooked a lot with me yet, I love a garbage bowl, especially for a meal like this, for just like baby food scraps. You just toss them right in here and then they're ready for when you're done. I'm going to stick this right in here. An avocado and some shredded carrots. These are pretty much like the 4, and sprouts. I hope you guys got sprouts. I just learned about sprouts, you guys. I used to be really, really scared of sprouts. I don't know why. I just didn't really like them. And I didn't really know much about them. These are so good for your gut and your biome down in your intestines and whatnot. Sprouts, they're so good for you. And they have different stuff in them than other veggies do. So just buy them, good. And this is a great place to stick them because I don't love them by themselves. They're kind of weird, I think. But in here, love it, love it. So I have my sprouts and my carrots. You don't have to do anything to, they're ready. And for this stuff, sorry, I'm watching my quinoa. Close. Remember, if yours starts to boil, turn it down to low, put the lid on. For this stuff, there's not too much prep to do because we honestly prep it right onto our lettuce wraps. We don't have to like do a bunch of chopping and prepping like we do with other things. But me personally, I like my cucumbers peeled. I don't like the peel of the cucumber. So I'm gonna wash my cucumber and then peel it a little bit. I'm watching you, quinoa. So if you're like me and you want to peel your cucumber, go for it. And here's what I do. I'm not going to use all this. I'm just going to slice off what I need for my wrap. So I just like to slice the end of it that I'm going to use. Or sorry, peel it. So I'm just going to use my peeler. Peel away from yourself. Don't peel towards yourself. That's a really good way to peel your thumb. And it hurts so bad. So you're going to push down hard and peel away from yourself with your peeler. Sometimes it fights you, like that time. The other secret I like is you kind of overlap so that it's some peeled and some not. Then it seems to catch a little better. Oh yeah, quinoa. So I'm just going to I think I'll make 2 of these today. So that's all I'm going to peel. So that's all I need. So I'll set this down. My quinoa is boiling. I like to stir it, even though you don't need to. And then we'll put the lid on and turn it down to low. I'm gonna set my timer for 18 minutes. Honestly, our lunch will be made in 18 minutes. This is gonna just be like the thing we're waiting for. So, I'm like, I don't want to have too much going on in your kitchen. Can you guys do me a favor? I'm just gonna hang out for a minute. Let me know when your lid is on your quinoa and it's boiling and everything's under control. Will you put a Q in the chat for me? Q for quinoa, so that I know where you are. There's my Q. I don't want to leave anybody behind with quinoa. Oh, good. Andrea's quinoa is cooking. Good, good, good. We really don't have that much work today to do, you guys. This is just like easy. I'm gonna let you guys make sure your quinoa is under control, because there's nothing. It's like it's stressful to be like, oh wait, ah. Good, 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 good. Momo Kiyosh, your Q is going. Good, good. I'm actually just I'm gonna wash my tomato. So if your Q is cooking, go ahead and wash your tomato. If you're also using, I put in there bell peppers, zucchini, mushrooms. If you're using anything like that, wash those also. So just get them ready. You do not have to wash your avocado because the outside's gross. So I'm gonna wash my tomato. I'm also using some beets because I love beets. I love them. I don't know if you guys like beets out there. My mother hates them, but I love them. I cooked them yesterday, so I have some beets. This is a really good, fun recipe in the future. If you have like a vegetable you feel like you want to try and you don't know what to do with it, you can stick in this thing. Yeah. So keep the cues coming. Anybody else got their quinoa ready? Do I want zucchini in there? I tend to put too many vegetables in mine, and then I can't wrap it up. But I love it. I'm gonna get a zucchini. And I have a perfect little baby one, half a baby one. Little baby zucchini that I used the other day. How you guys doing on your quinoa? There's lots of you here, but there's only 5 Qs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I know some of you are just watching, so that's okay too. Kiyosh, Hermanda, Michael Keeley, how's your Q? How's your quinoa? Oh, you guys, I just saw Kevin out the window. My stalker bird. Good. Got your cucumber peeled up. Good job. Okay, Hermanda's quinoa is done. Well, cooking. Good. Good, good, good. All right, friends. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about collard greens. This is the only real skill for the whole meal that we have is with these fun collard greens. So these are insane, you guys. I showed you, some of you saw these on Tuesday night with cooking class. They're big. They're ginormous. I actually never had these until I made this. And I was like, oh, these are great. So they come in this giant bunch. Some of you may want to be using a tortilla if you don't want to try these. But I encourage, hopefully most of you just got these because they're fun. You really want to find the biggest one in your bunch, or two, depending on how many you're making, or four. I mean, they're just like, they're huge. So I'm going to pull out two. Oh my, look at that. It's so crazy. I'm going to put the rest in the bag. I know I said on there 4 for your shopping list, but like if you're by yourself or if you're making lunch for just 1 or 2 of you, you don't have to make 4. You'll know how and you'll have everything ready. And then if you love it, then tomorrow you just make another one. For the leftovers of these, if you're curious what to do with them, if you love this, this is what you'll do with them. The other thing you can do is chop them up, put some olive oil and some salt and some garlic in a pan, and just like they'll be greens, and then you can just like eat them as a side dish. So Momo, you got collard greens in a bag. So yours are already chopped, right? You don't have big ones? If you don't have big ones, do you have tortillas? And if not, I'll teach you how to make everything, and you can still just like put it in a bowl. It'll be like a salad instead, and that'll be fine. So, with your giant collard greens, I'm going to wash my leaves. If you have them in a bag and they're already small, you don't have to wash them. So wash your leaves. You want to be kind of careful that you don't break them. You don't want to make them, you don't want to like snap the stems or anything. We're going to do something with the stems. So just give them a little rinse. I have a hole in this one. I'm still going to use it, but that's going to be a thing. So for those of us that have these giant collard greens, you need a big frying pan or whatever this is, skillet. You need a big one. We're just going to put some water in it. It says an inch, whatever. So you're just going to put some water in the bottom of this pan. Kevin is on my window. Oh, Kevin. Water in the pan. So Momo, if your collard greens in the bag are chopped up, you may still want to cook them a little bit, which is what we're going to do with ours, because they're going to be really stiff and kind of hard. But so you can do the exact same that we're doing, same thing we're doing, and then just put it in a bowl, and that'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. So with our water in a pan, we are going to cook our leaves just real quick for like 30 seconds. So we're going to turn our water on to medium. Yeah, I'm going to do medium. So like 5, medium, 5, a little medium dash, whatever. And then while we're waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to get 2 plates. Because what we're going to do is we're going to stick these leaves in the water just real quick and take them out. And you need somewhere to put them. And I'm just going to put them on the plate that I'm going to eat them on. So 2 plates or however many plates you need. And you want them big. These are big leaves. So I'm just going to have them ready. If you have chopped up collard leaves and you're going to make it salad style, it'll still be delicious. Just get yourself a bowl. Maybe a big bowl. It'll be great. It'll be just fine. There's a pigeon on my kitchen window, you guys. Do you hear that? Hello. Anyways, okay, so let's see. Quinoa for me has 9 minutes. It's halfway done. And my water is getting warm. Oh, that's funny. Very good, very good. You guys doing okay out there? Can you give me a W if your water's in the pan and turned on so I know we're together? Hit me with a W. Water. Oh, I just stuck mine in a weird spot. I don't even know what I was going to type. There. Water in the pan. Water, water. Good. 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 I always have so many pieces of paper. Yeah. Okay. We only have 4 W's. I don't want to move. Oh, oh, that one's mine. Hit me with some more W's. I wish you guys could see this. Okay. Just like an inch or 2 inches of water, not a ton, just a little layer of water. Deeper than your leaf. All right, you guys. Amanda, you good? You got water in a pan? These just make me laugh because they're so big. So big. My water just is really fascinating to me. It's very swirly looking. So what you're going to do with these leaves is we're going to do something called blanching. Oh, okay. It's called blanching. So it just means you like quick cook your veggies. So, and it's just to kind of take the crispy off. So what you're going to do is stick them in the water. It doesn't have to be boiling or anything, it just has to be warm. You're going to stick them in here and you want to turn it over. You want the whole thing to go through. I'm going to grab some tongs to pull them out the other side. So you can just kind of slide it through the water. You want the stem in there too. And then slide it back the other way. And it'll turn nice bright green. And it'll get soft. So that's what we want. We want it to get soft. Especially the end with the stem. Actually, all of it, really. Back and forth through the water, flip it over. Like my stem is starting to be a little flexy, a little. Get in there. I can only imagine, like, if you served this in a restaurant and you needed it to look perfect, I'd be so stressed out because I rip mine every single time I do this. Okay. All right. So there's one. I'm just going to take it out. See the difference in color between the one I cooked and the one I didn't? Can you tell, or is it too dark in here? This one's really bright green in my house. So I'm just going to lay this on the plate and let it cool off. And I'm going to do the same thing with my other one. If you have cut up greens, just stick them in the water for like a minute or two, and then you can just strain them off. Dump them in a strainer, pull them out with tongs, whatever you want. You just want them to get softer. Lose some of that bitter, crunchy part. So flip them over, run them through, drag it through. I can already tell. This one's going to make a mess. I can tell. And that's okay. My quinoa only has 4 minutes left, you guys. If your quinoa gets done before mine, your timer, what you're going to do is turn off the heat and fluff it with your fork. Make sure all the water's gone. Okay, I think my leaf is done. We're going to call it done. So I'm just going to turn this water off. And we are done with the water. You cannot do. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well that works, Amanda. That'll be good. All right, so these are just going to sit here and cool off. So, and the water is done. I'm going to dump mine because I just don't need it sitting here. And get it out of the way. Where's my tongs? So when you're done with your greens, when you're done, put a G. So I know you're done. I keep typing it in the weirdest place. And if you're using something else, your rice egg roll wrappers or Hermando, they're the kind you have to wet. You might want to wet them. Very good. Nice. Okay. Yay. We got 3 G's. Oh, one of them's me. They're so fun. And try not to rip them in like 100 places, which I always do. It'll be just fine if you do. Good, good. While you're finishing your greens, keep an eye on your timer, your quinoa. Mine's looking good. I'm gonna need a hot pad. Good, we got some more G's. Good job. Nice work. Nice. Very good. So the next part for our greens is we're going to need a knife. And the knife that I recommend you use is a smaller one. I know I always tell you to use big ones. But this time, you want like I think it's a paring knife. I think that's paring. It's small, but a tiny little knife. If you can, you want the straight blade, not the jiggity-jaggedy kind, because that catches more. So you're going to want a smaller knife. And I'm going to talk us through what to do with this in a second. My quinoa has 55 seconds. So I don't want to distract myself by starting something when I have to check that. So you can be finishing up your greens. If you're not done, maybe your quinoa is almost done also. Maybe. 30 seconds, friends. So I've got my fork ready, my hot pad ready. And what I'm going to do is take off the lid, fluff it with my fork. It'll be fluffy like rice, except it's softer than rice. I mean, you just want all the water to be gone and then for it to look fluffy. I'll show you what mine looks like in 10 seconds. 10 seconds goes by so fast sometimes and so slow other times, right? There we go. Take my lid off. Let me check. Ooh, it is fluffy. Super fluffy. Look at that. There's my quinoa. You are not going to use this much quinoa, but you'll have it for leftovers. So that's what it looks like, just nice and fluffy. So I'm going to fluff it up so that it's not going to stick to the bottom. Leave the lid off so that it cools down. And I'm just going to let it sit. Woo! Hot! Move it over here off the heat. There we go. There we go. Does that D mean done, Andrea? Good. Oh, good, Amanda. Yay. Oh, and don't forget to turn your burner off. Okay. So when you are ready to work on your greens, I want to do that part together. Nice, Momo. Good. Let me know. Let's just do R for ready. If you're doing greens with me, give me an R for ready. Because this is the one skill. This is it. The rest of it is just going to be like, we are 5 minutes from being done. But I don't want to do the greens without you. So give me an R for ready. Yoshi's ready. Good. Andrea's ready. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to move one of these. Ah. Couple more readies and we'll go. We will go. Just going to peel that part off. I'm not going to eat it. Gotta go. Miss Katina, you ready for greens? Annie, ladies, you guys ready? Michael Keeley. Who's ready for greens? Good. All right. So here's our sneaky part. So the stems on these babies, right? They're beasts. It's a beast. It's like a stalk of celery or something. It's crazy. So we're going to cut it off, but also it's really thick in the middle of your leaf also. So we're going to thin it. We're going to make this thin, and when we do that, it's also going to cut this off. So this is tricky, kind of. If you rip your leaf, it's fine. I rip my leaf almost every time I do this. So what you're going to do, maybe I want this on here. You're going to kind of slide. So as your stem gets thicker, you're going to slide the knife flat along the stem. I feel like I want to move this closer so you guys can see me better. Come here. Come closer, my friends. There we go. We're going to slide the knife along the leaf, and it's going to catch the stem. There we go. Come on, baby. And it's just taking the top part of the stem off. And you just kind of want to keep it as flat as you can so that you're not cutting your leaf. You're just cutting the stem. And then as you get closer to the base, it'll get thicker and thicker and thicker that you're taking off. And then when you get to the end of it, I'm just going to cut it off. I don't want any of that. So now I just have this flat leaf. I'll do it again on my other one so you can watch me again. I'm going to lay it flat and just kind of start in the center. My knife is super flat. I want you guys to see every second. There we go. Super flat. It's just laying flat, right? And just kind of give it a wiggle, and it's going to start catching that stem. Keep your hand out of the way, of course. I have to tip it a little bit because I don't feel like it's going deep enough. There we go. You can always go back for more. But see how it's just kind of curling that off? And it's going right on top of my leaf. Keep going, baby. And just keep backing my hand up so it's out of the way. Keep sliding, keep sliding. When you get to the end, like I am, I'm just going to tip it and get the rest of this off. So that's how we're going to do it. And like the bottom of this one is kind of wacky. I don't know. I'm still going to use it. But so then you have a nice flat stem. And so it's nice now. It's rolly because you got all that out of there. So I'm going to let you guys work on your leaves for a minute because it's a thing. Take your time. This is one of those times a smaller knife is better. That's what we're gonna do. This kind of becomes our tortilla wrapper. That's why we got it laid on these plates. So, you guys work on that. If you have questions, let me know. When you're ready for the assembly, let me know. I guess let's do an L for lunch when you're ready. Because all we have left to do is to assemble. And there's a little bit of cutting as we go, but it's easy. Easy breezy. Love lunchtime. Good, me too. So I think only half of you are doing this. Good job, Andrea. Good job, Momo. It's a thing. If you did not get these, I highly recommend in the future, if you like the way the rest of this tastes, that you try them. It's a really cool way to eat like a burrito, basically is what we're making. But this is all veggie. There's no fat, there's no calories, it's full of fiber. It's so good for you versus like a tortilla that has carbs and gluten and a whole bunch of other stuff that you just don't really necessarily need. So it's a really, really cool way to get more veggies and wrap up some food instead of bread or tortillas. So I'm going to set these. I just think they're so fun. They're gigantic. So I'm going to set them off to the side and wait for some more L's because I know the Shandy ladies are doing these. I know that Katina's doing these. Kiosh. Maybe Michael Keeley. So give me L's so I don't leave you in the dust. And if you're done and waiting, or if you're not doing the greens, actually just still give me an L just so I know you're ready. So even the Hermanda's out there and the others that aren't doing the greens, give me an L anyway so I know you're ready. But we can get the rest of our ingredients out if you don't already have them out. I don't have my hummus out yet. So let me get my hummus. And let me tell you, thank you, Kiosh, good job. Let me tell you why we love hummus, my friends. Hummus. It is so good for you. It is basically made with vegetables. Sometimes, like, I get picky about my ingredients because I always am, so I like to read it. But usually it's just chickpeas or garbanzo beans. They're the same thing. Water, tahini, which is just sesame seeds, and some olive oil, and sometimes some seasoning. But chickpeas are also full of protein and fill you up. So hummus is a great thing to spread on a sandwich, to dip, like, oh, so good with like carrots. Just like, yes, it's what I eat all the time, carrots and hummus, or any other vegetable for that matter. And also sometimes I'll just throw it on a salad, kind of like salad dressing. So Momo, if you're using the chopped up collard greens, I would still just plop this on there as like your salad dressing. It'll still be delicious. So I've never had this brand before, but I really, really like this brand. I like this company, Hope. It's all very plant-based. And you're gonna want a spoon for your hummus. So give me a couple more L's when you guys are ready to make lunch. Oh, good. There's one. Good, good, good. Woo! Smells so good. Garlic, baby. Gotta love it. Good. Okay, perfect. Then we're gonna move on. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make one and show you. And then, yay, Katina, good. And then we'll talk about variety. And honestly, from then on, you guys are just making your wraps or your salads or whatever you're making. So our hummus is kind of like our glue or your mayonnaise or whatever, unless you're doing a salad. If you're doing salad, you'll almost want to do this last. But so for anyone that's using a wrap of any kind, green or paper or tortilla, whatever, you're going to want to use your hummus, and you're just going to spread it in the center of your wrap. Don't get too crazy because we're gonna wrap up the sides. So you're just gonna want to do like the center chunk. Center chunk. And then to clean off my spoon, I always wrap it on the side because then when I close it up later, that's gonna like seal it. Let me scoop this back again. There we go. Oh, hi. Okay. Yep, I never have my computer this close to me. Hi. Okay. So spread that on there. Delish. And then I'm going to take my quinoa, and you're just going to put a little scoop on there. Break it up a little bit. Mine got chunky again. Break it up a little bit. And you're just going to toss a little quinoa in here. You guys, this is where my problem starts, is I put too much. I put too much, and then I can't wrap it. So don't overdo it. Don't be like me. I just put a little slathering in there. No quinoa in there. And then the rest of your ingredients, I don't need this anymore. You're going to just layer them on the top of your, we're just making a big mound. So I'm gonna do my tomato next, or your cucumber, either one. So you're gonna want slices. So much stuff going on right here. So I'm gonna cut the end of my tomato off. I don't want it. And then I'm just gonna cut a couple slices and just cut what you need. And just kind of lay them on here. Oh, I can fit one more. How fun. There you go. So slices of tomato. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the cucumber. Just cut a couple slices. It's almost like a big sandwich. One more. And then because I'm using zucchini, I'm going to do my zucchini. And I'm going to make them thin so that it's not in the way when I'm trying to wrap it. It's getting moundy. All right, and then for avocado, let me get another knife. You just want a butter knife for avocado. And I'll do this twice, you guys. So if you need me to go slower or say it again, I will. But so your avocado, you're going to lay it down on the counter and put your knife so that it's head to toe, tip to tail. And you're going to get it through the skin and you'll hit the pit. And then what you want to do is just roll it. And just keep the knife moving, but just roll your avocado. Oh, mine just popped right open. Isn't that convenient? And then you don't want to use the sharp knife because you don't want to cut yourself. So holding it in your hand, I want strips to go in my wrap. If you're doing a salad, you could totally do chunks. So you're just going to do like slices in here. I'm going to do 4, I think. And then I just kind of tip the knife and scoop it out. Tipped it out. Here we go. Lay these on here. Everything's starting to fall. That's okay. I'm almost done. I only have 2 more things. Oh, well, I guess I'll only do 2 more things. Okay. Mess. The last 2 things are my shredded carrots and my sprouts. So you're just going to grab a little pinch of it. Little pinch of carrots. Put that on there. And a little pinch of sprouts. My sprouts come on like this little, they like grew out of this little carpet thing. So you got to pull them off of there. Pull them off, and they're all kind of jumped up together, so I just kind of pull them apart. Look at how big this is. It's a beast. Smash, smash, smash. All right. so much stuff. Let me bring you guys closer, and I'll show you the last part. I really want to use my beets. I'll bring you the next one. Come back in, close up. Okay. So, you're going to tuck the top over, tuck the bottom over. Oh, this is my part with hummus, so I'm going to turn it away from me. There's my little glue over there. Tuck the bottom, tuck the top, and then you're just going to hold tight. You got to hold tight. Flip this thing over, and you got to kind of like smash everything in. I like to go too far and then come back. So I went all the way to the far end and then roll it back. And then you're going to fold it down on top of itself. Mine never looks perfect, you guys. It's always a little bit sloppy. But then you cut this baby in half. I see you. And there is your wrap. Ah! Isn't that crazy? And you just eat it like a little burrito. Now my end is a little loosey-goosey, but I'm just going to hold tight, just like you would on any burrito. So that is that. I'm going to make the second one so you guys can watch again or do it with me if you didn't do it, or you can make a second one. Look at all those veggies in there, you guys. There's a guy I follow who's very, very healthy, and he talks about plant points, and you get a point for every plant you eat. In here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plant points. That's a lot of veggies. So if you're making it salad style, just put your greens in the bowl, chop up your veggies, and slap some hummus on top, and then you're good to go. I am going to have us, if you want to, make the dipping sauce, but let me make this one real quick. If you have more than you need, I don't know that I would build these. They say they store as leftovers okay. Let me put this back down here. But I personally would just make another one tomorrow. Just like save all your stuff. It'll take you way less time because your quinoa's cooked. Now you know what you're doing. So put this on here, little hummus. That's our glue. I'm going to put some over here for this to seal it later. Done with you, hummus. Take some quinoa. Put that on here. Try and control myself. There you go. Okay. And then we're going to layer our veggies back on there. I'm going to cut some tomato slices. Nice thin slices. Keeping my fingers tucked back out of the way, of course. I don't think I'm going to use cucumber this time. I'm going to put some zucchini, but I want my beets this time. I'm going to use my beets. Can't cut my beets on here though, it'll stain. I'll get my little baby cutting board. Beets make such a mess, but I love them. Okay, I'm going to chop the head off my beet. Bye-bye. Couple slices. And with my beet slices, I'm going to cut them more. I'm going to make like strips out of them. Put these down here. There we go. Delicious. Now I have to rinse because everything's purple now. Okay, gotta have the avocado because it's my favorite part. So again, I'm gonna hold it in my hand and cut some slices. Scoop these out. Come on out, baby. You don't want to? That's fine. You're going to anyway. There we go. Perfect. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, done with you, knife. A little bit of carrots. Some more sprouts. These are broccoli sprouts. Supposedly these are the best ones. I don't know. I'm not yet a sprout expert. Spread them around, spread them around. A little more. There we go. And I'll roll it up for you one more time. So, and oh, this is a much bigger leaf. This is better. A bigger leaf. Go all the way up and over the stuff. Tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, and then pull it back a little bit so you squeeze everything in there. And then roll it the rest of the way. Oh, that one's pretty good. Woo! Give it a little cut. Ooh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So good. So good. So now I need to know who wants to make the sauce and when you're ready to make the sauce. If you're not making the sauce, it's lunchtime, friends. You're ready to go. Off you go. You get to eat. I want to see pictures. I want to know if you loved it. I want to know if you want to make more lunches in the future so that we can schedule more of these if you want to keep doing that. That I really want to know. So please let me know that part. But if you want to make the sauce, it's a peanut sauce, let me know and we'll make it because I'm going to make it. Oh, that's why I have my bag. Let's put my veggies in. Oh, good. Kiyoshi wants sauce. Amanda wants sauce. Good. And also, for everybody, let me know if you want to make lunch again. If you want me to put this on the calendar again next month. Happy to do it. I make lunch every day. Might as well have you join me. It's not a big deal. So let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Come here, baby. I'm just going to put some stuff away while I find out if anybody else is going to make sauce. And again, even if you're making salad, this would be a perfect salad dressing, or the tortillas, the rice wrappers. It's just a dippy sauce. Yes, lunch again. Good. Okay. Shandy's ready for sauce. Kiyoshi sauce. Amanda sauce. Andrew, you guys making sauce, or do you have to go to class? I know people have stuff to do at 1. But we're going to start it. So we just need a little bowl. I think I'm going to use like a cereal style bowl because I can't remember how much we need. So, or how much it makes. I like this kind because it feels really, it feels good for dippy. So I'm going to use just one of these for our dippy sauce. So we are going to get our peanut butter, our sweet chili sauce. Hopefully you found it. Rice vinegar. Okay, cool, Andrea. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I'll get you the recipe. Soy sauce. For soy sauce, you guys, I use this stuff called liquid aminos. Has no salt, has no gluten, nothing nasty in it. It's just liquid aminos. So it's nice, but it tastes just like soy sauce. So that's the stuff. And then garlic powder. That's what we need. So Andrea, Carolyn, if you have time and you want to write this down, this is the ingredients for the sauce, or the measurements. And then Carolyn, you could almost make it while Andrea goes to class. Let me get the glare. Kenzie, can you read that? Kenzie will type it in the chat for us too, so that we can, so that you guys can read it better there. We're going to need a half cup measuring cup. We're going to need a quarter cup measuring cup. And we need a tablespoon and a teaspoon. They are actually right on top. That never happens. So, half cup, quarter cup, tablespoon, and teaspoon. That's what we need. I'm going to get a knife and a spoon. My peanut butter has to be stirred, I think. Barely. Barely. That's good. We're good. Cool. Okay, so I'm moving. I'm going. So peanut butter, half cup. Half cup of peanut butter. This might end my jar from what I used the other night for cooking class. Come on out, baby. A little more. There we go. Half cup peanut butter. Put that in the bowl. Get all the goodness out of there. There's so much peanut butter going on. All right. Here, I'll type it in the chat just in case. Peanut butter, half cup. Boom. Hi. Okay, and then chili sauce is going to be 2 tablespoons. Soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. Rice vinegar is a quarter cup. And then garlic powder, 1 teaspoon. There we go. So if anybody can't read this, it's in the chat for you. So half cup peanut butter is all I have in the bowl so far. And for the sweet chili sauce, it is 2 tablespoons. Oh, I got it in. I didn't think it was going to go in. This is not super spicy, but if you don't like spicy, don't use as much. I think I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon because I want to love it. I don't want to cry. So I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon. Oh, I need this still. I still need you. Next is the soy sauce. Again, I use liquid aminos because there's no salt, no gluten. It's all natural. Really, really good. And it tastes just like soy sauce. It actually is from the soy plant, I believe. Yeah, it comes right off the soybean. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, 2. Done with the tablespoon. Next is going to be our rice vinegar. And it's a 1/4 cup, which seems like a ton, but I guess it is a dippy sauce. 1/4 cup. Smells pretty good. We're done with this. I just really like to put my dishes directly into the sink. And then last but not least is our garlic powder. And we just need 1 teaspoon, which almost finishes off my bottle. There we go. And actually, I got myself a spoon to stir it, but I really think I want a fork. So I'm going to get a fork instead. Because of the peanut butter, I think it will be easier to mix with the peanut butter. So then you're just going to mix it up. And then you're going to have your dippy sauce. Ooh, it smells good. Smells delicioso. Hi, Lillian. I see that you're here and that you have your hand up. I can't answer questions with hands up, so you got to put it in the chat if you have something that you want me to know. Or maybe you're just saying hi. So we're going to stir this. And this becomes our dippy. And you can use it for salad dressing. You can pour this on your quinoa. If you have leftover quinoa for dinner tonight, you guys, oh my goodness, just heat up some chicken or some shrimp or a bunch of veggies. Put them on your quinoa with some of this. Woo! You got dinner made, friends. So it's coming together. It's going to be thickish because it has peanut butter in it. But there it is. Mmm. Smells good. Mine's really thick. Maybe because I only put 1 tablespoon of chili sauce. Maybe I need to add the other one. Let's see. Nope, that's spicy enough. That'll be all that I need. But it's really good. So, yeah, that's good. I may add a little water to it to make it a little more runny. Because mine is really, really thick. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. So that's it, friends. Then you just dip this or spread it on your wraps. Use it as a salad dressing. Use it as a topping. Store the leftovers in the fridge, of course. Mmm. So good. So that's that. That is our lunch. Our beautiful wraps. Woo! With our dippy sauce. So good. So good, so good. Armanda, you know I can't handle it. Armanda likes the hot, hot, hot. Oh, you're funny. So if anyone has questions, please ask. I want to know if you like it. I need to know if you like it. And I want to know if you want to make more lunches. So I know lots of you have my emails. You have my phone number. We're Facebook friends or whatever. So please, 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 please tell me how your lunch was. Tell me if you liked it. If you want to make more food like this. If you want to make lunches, Amanda says she wants to make lunches, so that's good. And I want to know. And I want pictures. And I want to know. I want to know all the things. So That's all I got for you, friends. I hope your lunch is delicious.